What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the CVA podcast, the Cosmic Variance Authority. I am Warner Cosmic. With me is Chris. As always, episode 10. Chris, we're going to start this off on a cool little note. Chris now is a baby.
Daddy.
Last
You
podcast
can all
we
call me
record-
Daddy.
Oh, no.
In the comments right now, everybody go and call me Daddy. I demand it.
I regret everything now.
But yeah, no, last
man.
recording, 2 hours after you said later, Chris,
He
to the
went
hospital we went, and then the next day, my little baby girl came. Her name is Scotland. She's healthy.
Scotland.
Her and Mama are resting right now. And it's been a very long week. As you can see, my maintained hair and exhausted eyes because that's fatherhood. But that's okay because it's been pretty awesome. But yes, you are
You know
correct.
who else has exhausted eyes? Dr. Doom and some of those possibly real, possibly fake leaked photos.
Dr. Doom went and kidnapped a kid. That's how bad he wanted to have time.
Oh, that too, yeah.
But-
man. Yeah, there's been so much that's happened. There's been so much happening with Doomsday. I do hate the AI crap now. Some of it's obviously fake, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's getting good.
Well, I was thinking today, I was like, I really do think Marvel is intentionally letting like 1 or 2 leaks out, and they're counting on people to do AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, because listen to people online now. We're talking about it. I mean, we're talking about it right now on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what they want.
And it's
This is
so
exactly
far
what they
before
want.
the film. I mean, trailer's not even out yet, and we're talking so much about it.
Less than a month away, though.
It is getting dangerously close to, and it always does this because you don't know what you don't know, but you feel like you're learning more than you want to. You feel like, oh my gosh, I'm figuring out a little too much here, and but we don't know what's real and what's not anyway. We don't know how much we actually do know. Like, we could know absolutely nothing. So it's fun. It's been fun. They've done a good job with it.
I enjoy talking about it all, no matter what, right? Like, and if it's like, hey, nothing was real, it's like, well, cool. Then we know nothing about the movie, and we're going to be really surprised, So I'm okay with that. But like for Spider-Man No Way Home, we knew a lot of it, and it was still like one of the best freaking experiences watching the movie ever. So
well, it's all about that doubt. So the more that Disney and Marvel can continue to cast doubt, whether that's is it AI, is it not? It's when you go into Spider-Man No Way Home and you're 99.99999% sure all 3 Spider-Men are there, but there's even the slightest sliver of doubt.
right.
It's like you're nervous
awesome.
almost, especially like it's different maybe
You
for
are.
us because we're sitting here reporting it and this is what we've heard and you put your name on the line. I mean, we can only report what we're told, but you're like, I really hope these guys show up because I just spent 1.5 years saying they were going to, and I'm still not sure that they're in it.
Do I still have a job? Like,
but no, that's a great way of describing it. Every single time I saw it 5 times in theaters with different people. It was always just super fun because the theater got behind it, and I think that's what we're in for with Doomsday because there are so many payout moments. There are so many opportunities where the X-Men show up, or this character shows up, or these 2 people get together that have been waiting to see on screen for a long time, or maybe Hulk's back, or whatever thing that you as a fan have been waiting for. We're going to be getting a ton of payouts, and I think ultimately in Doomsday they're going to be telling us a story about Doom that's going to be very compelling.
Yeah, I think so too. It sounds like from the leaks and stuff, they're leaning like really into like the emotional side of it, which I really enjoy. Like all this connection to Steve and stuff like that. I'm like, we were talking about this before. Let's jump right into this. People are comparing this to Civil War again.
Yeah, I've definitely been seeing a lot of comments about how this is kind of, I might throw the word cheap out there. I don't know necessarily how I feel because I still think it's going to be different. It's going to have a different feel. But the idea is, it's RDJ versus Chris Evans again. You took these 2 big actors who, we put to bed at Endgame and we tried to move from. It didn't really work, so let's just go get them back and repeat and recycle what we know works. And that kind of led into Doomsday, or sorry, not Doomsday, Endgame was, Civil War led into Infinity War, they were separate, and then they kind of fought and they were together, and then at Endgame we figured it out, and then, they sacrificed themselves or went home. Now we're pretty much just jumping back to where Steve left, making everything else that's happened after that irrelevant, pretty much, except for a couple characters that they want to bring in. And
Yeah.
I think that's clever because of the bad reception ultimately that the general fan base has had about the MCU. I think it's clever to go back to where it was good and where it was working. But the Russos are going to have their job cut out for them, I say, to make it feel fresh and different because it is.
Well,
the
that's the
backbone is
thing.
the same.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. It has to be creative. It can't be the exact same thing. Like I feel like if we get Captain America leading the Avengers against Doom, who has his own team and might possibly have some Avengers like, like Doctor Strange and like the Scarlet Witch or something, then it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, this is kind of Civil War-ish. But at the same time, I'm sitting there like, but Civil War was amazing.
I mean, that's very, very. At the end of the day, the formula works. If you want a movie that you're going to enjoy, you're set up for success here.
Right. I was like, if there is
like, oh no, more Civil War, darn it.
To copy. Right, exactly. It's like, I mean, and it's not like we've gotten really much anything like that since Civil War, right? Like we haven't really gotten people fighting really. But I actually think just naturally we're going to get some conflict between all of the different groups that we have because it's just like too many cooks, right? You know what I mean?
Way too many
like
cooks.
There's just going to be conflict as it is.
Everybody's on high alert because incursions and people are missing and people are dying. Exactly. Everybody's going to be on edge. There will be, I think you framed it really well. The emotion's going to be really high. Like Civil War built up not from the beginning towards the end to a really emotional ending where it was like, I was your friend too, and you knew the whole time, and it ended up being this kind of governmental conflict that exploded into something deeper and became super emotional. And we had that amazing fight scene between Iron Man and Cap and Bucky. But I feel like Doomsday is just going to pick up at that point. Like it's already going to be on edge for everybody, for the viewers, for the characters involved. So we are going to be really ramping up the levels. And where we left off in Civil War emotionally is where we're picking up in Doomsday. So it's like, it's going to be different.
I can already hear, I can already tell it's going to be very different though, because like, it's not Tony Stark, right? Like Doom isn't Tony Stark. And I already, well, I can already hear Captain in my head saying something like, that's not Tony. Like the Tony we know is sacrificed himself for the greater good, blah, 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 blah. He's gone. He's resting. This isn't Tony. You know what I mean?
I prefer your perspective. I'm a much more cynical person, I guess, because I was literally considering exactly what you just said. You're like, I can hear Cap saying, this isn't Tony. In my head, while I was considering this maybe an hour ago, preparing for this, I was considering, what are my thoughts and opinions on it? I literally thought to myself, what if Cap goes and says something like, I never liked Tony anyway? Like, that was literally the way my mind. And I'm like, that would be terrible. Like, they can't do that. So I literally went the opposite way with that. Like, yeah, Tony was always a selfish bastard. Like, I'm not surprised that his variants are the same. I was like, oh, man, that would suck. But you went the opposite direction with it. Like, no, Tony was a good man. Which, this is why you aren't Tony. This is why you are Doom. Because Tony wouldn't do what you're doing.
So it's like twofold, right? Like I think Captain's going to realize with the whole multiverse, there are variants and variants aren't the same. And then two, just because it looks like Tony, even if it was like, hey, this is a Tony Stark variant per se, not a Doom variant, I still think Cap would be like, that's not Tony. It's just not the Tony we knew because it's not the same relationships, blah, 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 blah. And then Tony wouldn't do all these things, yada, yada, yada. Like, because the great part is like in the MCU, Tony Stark had great character development.
Oh, right, the best.
Like
other than Loki, the best.
Yeah, I mean, both of them have really great ones. I mean, I would say his is the best in the MCU. Loki's is amazing, and Loki is one of my favorite characters and stories in the MCU. But just because we had the end snap and everything, it's huge. But
no, I'm curious. Before you move on, I'm curious what you guys think on this one because. It is. I feel like without argument, it is Loki or it is Captain America or not Captain America, Iron Man for best character development, like character arc, like they were this and they became that. But what do you guys think? Is it Loki? Is it Iron Man? Or do you have a different character? Is it Hulk? I think Hulk got backwards, but let us know what you think.
It's definitely not Hulk. Oh my gosh. I think the best arcs in the MCU are Tony Stark and Loki for sure.
I mean, I think it would be hard fought to argue anybody even as close to those two, as far as what they were and what they became and what they ended up ultimately doing and sacrificing. I mean, they both sacrificed the most.
Yeah. I think, I don't know who would come close. I think like the Guardians team maybe, because they went through a lot with
as a
Gamora
team,
and everything like that.
as a
But
team,
like
they
Hulk,
did, yeah.
no. Black Widow, no. Hawkeye, no. Thor, no, because Thor: Love and Thunder. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, no, it's not much
and
of an
then
argument.
and then unfortunately, or like Scarlet Witch, like a lot of people don't like that she was a villain and everything. You know what I mean? And like
She kind of went backwards a little.
right, and then unfortunately, anybody who was introduced post Endgame
They're still
hasn't
working
really had any time, right?
on it. Captain Marvel's just stayed the same.
Right, and Captain America, Sam Wilson's Captain America. He's got some good story arc, but I feel like
He's
he
the
was,
same, though.
you know, like next to Cap the entire time. And then
Yeah.
like I really wanted Captain America: Brave New World to be amazing. It was good. I think they didn't do him justice with the movie. I think he deserved a better movie than they gave him.
You know who I'm putting
Because
third?
I like Anthony Mackie.
Mackie. Bucky's done well.
Yeah, now he's a senator, or maybe not anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess, yeah, but Bucky's done well. I feel like he's lasted a long time. He obviously went from being a villain, a brainwashed villain, but a villain nonetheless, to having a pretty important role, to showing up in Thunderbolts. And he was, I mean, he's definitely top 2 or 3 of everybody's favorite Thunderbolt character. He's just a great, Sebastian Stan's fantastic. His character's fantastic. He's just, you know, a soldier who goes and gets the job done. And it's a great scene where Red Guardian's like, it's Bucky or whatever, the Winter Soldier, and he's all like excited.
The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, like I think that's how I feel
John
when he's on
Walker's
the
like,
screen.
it's Bucky, and he's like, the Winter Soldier.
So yeah, no, that's super
That's the
cool.
best. There you go. That's the best right there in the MCU. Red Guardian.
He hasn't changed a bit, and he probably never will.
Right. He is one of my favorite characters in the MCU. It's like played so well by David Harbour. It's unfortunate that like everything past Phase 4 really, like any new characters introduced haven't really had time to be fleshed out as far as, you know, character development. So hopefully when we get into the new saga, we get some really good character development with the X-Men, the Fantastic Four.
Oh, I mean, there's payouts you're waiting for with like Cyclops. Like they're trying to character develop a character that was kind of left down low. There's like a hyper developmentation that's going to be happening for some characters who are getting their moment. And I even think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is an example of somebody who's had a lot of like swooping down to become.
That's character.
But he hasn't necessarily jumped up just yet. And I think in Brand New Day, we're going to see that where he, the same arguments. Oh, he always has a babysitter. Or, oh, it's always this or that.
Or something like
I feel
that.
like in Brand New Day is where he's going to get that big jump where he kind of becomes his own Spider-Man, I suppose. Yeah, Spider-Man instead of Spider-Boy. But no, I think there are some really big payouts coming in the form of character development. But I think since Steve stood on that pad and disappeared, we haven't had tons of character. No. Like there hasn't been a whole lot of progress, which is exactly why they're starting Doomsday at that exact moment. They're like, you know what? Idea. Let's go back to when people liked Marvel.
This is kind of a little reboot right here. We're going to reboot it just a little bit. Reboot before the reboot. I mean, again, Civil War was awesome. I'm just saying. It's like, oh no, you're going to get another movie the same quality as Civil War and the plot might be kind of similar. Shoot.
Yeah, Warren's like, I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining in the slightest. But anyways, so yeah, let us know in the comments. Who do you think has the best character arc?
I'm locking in Loki. And I say this as Iron Man's probably my favorite character. I'm locking in Loki.
I'm actually like drawn to Loki more. Like, I think I like Loki more than Iron Man, to be honest.
But you would say Iron Man's character development.
But it's hard to argue Tony Stark's character development from the first Iron Man film to the end.
We're literally opposite. I prefer Iron Man, but I'm saying Loki. You prefer Loki, but you're saying Iron Man.
I can't decide. But let us know in the comments, y'all, please. We're gonna go in and out of Discord comments and questions.
Join the Discord.
We're gonna put the Discord link in the description and in the pinned comment. Hopefully we remember. So if you want to join a community and you also want to post some questions for us each week, we want to make this a very interactive podcast with y'all, weaving in our own stuff with your stuff. So got Dan the Man here. Please answer my question as podcast. Do you think, as well as getting the trailer for Doomsday, which I am hyped for, same, is there a chance we could get this first Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer attached to Avatar as well? They usually the play loads of a new movie trailers in theater before the movie starts, so maybe it will be one of them. Have they finished filming it? I would say we have heard that they're going to do both. I think it would make sense to do both. I just think if you're in the movie theater, you're going to see what could be one of the bigger movies of all time, because the Avatar movies typically are big.
For some reason.
I don't get the hype, right? I don't like
Space
I got the hype
Pocahontas
for the
Part 3.
first one, but I've never been sold on the Avatar movies, just to be perfectly honest, because I don't know why. I'm not immersed in them. When I watch them, I can't get immersed in them for some reason. But there's been a lot of talk about this next one possibly not performing as well. But still, it's big. People like the Avatar movies.
It's still
they
gonna
love
make
the
a ton of
Avatar
money,
movies.
yeah.
Right, exactly. So imagine you're super pumped to go see, the third movie of a huge franchise, and you're excited to see it. And then before you're like, oh, cool. Like a Spider-Man trailer. Oh, cool, the new Spider-Man trailer. And then you're like, oh my gosh, a new Doomsday. Like, you're pumped, right? And that's a good feeling going into a huge movie, and those good feelings transfer, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's just psychology. If you feel good before a movie and then you watch the movie, you're going to be more receptive to it being good. So I think it's a good marketing strategy for them to do both.
Well, also, if you're
really
Sony and you're sitting there thinking, wow, we have a chance to have a trailer in front of a massive movie, like, you're jumping on that if you can.
That's the thing, actually, too. Yeah, it's a Disney like thing that they can do, right? Because Disney has Avatar and Marvel. But since it's Sony and Marvel, Sony could actually take advantage of the whole Disney thing by being attached to Marvel.
And I
so
promise
it's
you
like
they want to take advantage, because that's literally Sony's
right.
whole
No,
thing.
of course they do. I mean, and to their credit, they have not, at least we haven't heard, tried to revive any Spider-Man thing recently.
I haven't heard any of that. Yeah.
Right. Nothing. Like when they said they were done.
You're right.
Like they've been done.
Like any day you're waiting for some Sony news to drop, and Sony has this great idea, and nope, they haven't actually done anything. Maybe they know they got to stay out of their way for Brand New Day, because Brand New Day is important also to Disney. Because this is the movie they've got until Doomsday, which is the movie for them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot riding on Brand New Day. So maybe they've just got the executives at Sony tied up, and they're like, we'll let you out when this is done.
Yeah, your guys are gonna stay put. We'll pay your rent and stuff. And, like, don't worry. Make sure your family's
some
fed
food.
and stuff. Yeah, right. So.
Oh man.
But yeah, another big thing happening: the possible sale of Warner Brothers.
Oh, still conversations.
Oh, so yesterday, 2 days ago, because this will come out Saturday if all goes to plan. So Thursday, it was reported by the New York Post and others at this point now too. New bids were placed for Warner Brothers from Paramount, Skydance, from Netflix, from Comcast, which is Universal.
Okay.
The Comcast CEO and the Comcast team, they seem pretty cocky that they're going to win this.
Oh, really? So
yeah, and I've seen a lot. I'd love to know what everybody thinks. Like, what if Netflix bought it? What if Comcast? What if Paramount? Like,
I think about terms of streaming
I think about Universal owning it. There's a delay, so sometimes we talk over each other. I think about Universal owning it. I'm like, theme park wise, that might be pretty cool. I don't know how specifically the rights to like the theme parks and stuff work like that, but because Universal has all the Marvel stuff, so it's kind of like
I think in terms of my streaming platforms, because you've got Comcast is Peacock, Paramount's Paramount, and Netflix is Netflix. Hulu and Disney are already merging, so we're dropping that one down. And then,
I didn't know Comcast was Peacock.
Yeah, Comcast, Peacock's Universal.
Okay.
So it won't happen immediately, but you're talking HBO Max is Warner Bros. So eventually we could have that turn into Netflix, and we're slowly turning all these streamers into two streamers, and then they're going to have a really, really good idea one day where they're like, okay, enough of the streamers, they're too expensive. We're going to try this really unique idea called cable. You pay a monthly subscription to this live feed where all of these movies and shows are just playing all the time.
Brilliant. Why didn't we think of it?
But no, I like the idea of you, like, I like where your head's at with Universal, because Universal's been making big moves with their parks. They just opened a massive park in Orlando, which has been seems like a pretty good success, at least quality wise, with Mario and all those things.
Well, they have Harry Potter too.
Yep,
which Warner Brothers has. So it's kind of that's what I'm saying. The rights thing is like a little different when it comes to like
parks for
merchandising and parks and stuff like that.
Yeah, because they signed the parks deal with J.K. Rowling and Warner Brothers specifically to have that. But now they've got
Warner
rumors
Brothers doesn't have a theme park.
They've got rumors of maybe doing Pokemon in the main park at Universal. They'll get rid of all the Simpsons stuff because Simpsons is owned by Disney now. So
please, that's like what I dreamed of as a kid, and I would enjoy it. Maybe even more now because I'm an adult. I could actually buy what I want.
Buy it all, collect them all. No, I'm buying them all.
My parents would probably get me like one thing, right? Like when I was like 10, but now I was like, I'm getting it all.
It's like that scene from Parks and Rec where Andy and April are like, "We're adults now. You know what that means? We have adult money. Let's go buy stuff.
We're gonna buy it. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, so that would be cool. And I think that they just did open the very first Pokemon like theme park thing in Japan.
That's correct.
Yeah. Which like that's worth a trip to Japan. I mean, there's lots of things I'd see in Japan, but
that's one of them.
But it's Netflix did come out and say they will, if they do win, they will keep theatrical releases. Because a lot of people were worried about that. They're like, okay, imagine they get Warner Brothers, they get DC Studios, and it's like, okay, hey, no more DC movies in theaters. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
imagine. That'd be nuts.
Right, yeah. Like, I know the box office numbers didn't hit $1 billion, and that's why a lot of people are like, oh, it hit $1 billion. It's like, okay, well, I think... oh man, I think I have that report pulled up. Something was just reported that the profits, they actually made, like, the movie actually was profitable. Like I think DC Studios actually released statements recently, and like they actually made like 150 million profit globally.
Nice.
And did 616 million worldwide at the box office. I mean, like that's the good number. You know what I mean?
The thing is, we keep comparing it to $2 billion movies. Like that's a solid result. Like that's great.
It is, and I was worried that it wasn't making any money based on some reports from like Forbes and stuff we heard in the past, but it seems like they were all off, and it actually did make some money. Which is great because, as much as we love all this, and I do believe people like James Gunn and Kevin Feige do it for the love of it, like these are studios or companies that need to make money, and if you're not making them money, they'll cut you. So this new merger thing, what's really weird, I don't want to talk about this too much, but it is a possibility. Like if the Saudi company, they want to bid for it. If they get it, they're close with Zack Snyder. And Zack Snyder's been posting a lot of what I call propaganda recently from the old Snyderverse stuff, like, posting pictures of Batman, of Superman and everything. And like, it might not be a big possibility, but it's a possibility that if they got it, the Snyderverse could be restored. That's the, right. And I just,
that's so bad.
I don't want to backtrack. Not that I like the Snyderverse. I did.
Oh, I did too. But sometimes you got to know when you're done. Like know when to fold them sometimes, And I feel like that's kind of where we're at with that whole story. I mean, let's come back now years later after.
It would be hard, especially after having Superman. Yeah, it would be hard. But the point that I bring up with that is that like literally anything's possible if somebody buys Warner Brothers and gets a hold of DC. And it sounds like even if these companies don't bid for the whole company, they're all bidding for DC Studios no matter what.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Why don't we buy it? Everybody donate below. And we'll buy DC. Just DC. I don't need a Warner Brothers. DC and Looney Tunes.
I wish. Looney Tunes. I wouldn't know what to do with Looney Tunes.
I don't either, but we would have it, and that'd be cool. Just the merchandise alone, I feel like, is worth something.
I'm sure there's something we can do merchandising with the parks or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens with that.
It's honestly, just to say what it is it's more of a scary report than like an exciting one for DC fans specifically, because
I think
we're in a good place right now, and not that anything will happen, but a sale and a new owner and something like this could throw a wrench in something. And even James Gunn has kind of mentioned, like, I don't really know what's going to happen.
He did kind of
allude to that.
Like yeah, and it was kind of like, I guess somber is like the word I'm looking for. Maybe.
He was kind of like
it
annoyed,
wasn't
disappointed.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
don't worry, guys,
happy.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm making one movie at a time. We'll find out. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I want to see his universe play out. I do. I
really
want to see what we lead to. I want to at least get to a Justice League movie.
Yeah, I need my Wonder Woman, my Batman. I need to do a good 6 months of speculating who the actor is going to be for Batman.
Yep.
Although I did watch a movie most people would probably say is terrible, Playdate last night with Kevin James and Alan Richardson.
No, I wanted to watch that. Is it bad?
It's a movie with Kevin James. Like, it's a movie. You'll probably like it because it's like all action and it's kind of dumb. Like, it's like stupid, but it's great. Like, I liked it.
A goofy action movie?
Yeah, it's like a goofy action movie that's kind of stupid and has a funny twist in it. But I was watching it. So my Alan Richardson's, like, my biggest relationship with him is from Reacher, where he plays this very stoic, like, general guy.
Right. Yeah, no, I know.
He lives by his moral code and he's not very emotional. But in this movie, he was playing like this goofy, like, bro, like Chad bro kind of guy, and he was hilarious. But then I'm like, I could see him be Batman. He's good. I like him.
I've always been able to see him as Batman. Yeah, I've always been able to see him as Batman.
I think he'd be a fun pick. I think he's up and coming. I mean, he's been an actor for a long time, but he's getting a lot of popularity since Reacher. And yeah, definitely if you haven't, it's on, I want to say it's on Prime. It might be on Prime. But
I thought it was coming to the theaters.
No, it came out straight to Prime.
Interesting. See, we live in such a weird time right now.
Yeah, you don't even know where movies are going to replay. Like, I literally turned on my TV, and my TV has ads for whatever movies are out on streaming services, and it was like, this movie's now available. I'm like, okay, I'll watch that. So I watched that movie. But yeah, I did see that, and he's in it, and he has a little bit of a, I mean, for the most part, he's kind of, like, most wrestlers play themselves, like The Rock or John Cena. Like, they have a pretty much, they are who they are. But he had a little bit of a different personality in that one, where he was a little goofier.
The
and I was
Rock,
like,
just, yeah,
it's pretty good.
That's nice. It's nice when they can break away from, like, the typical role that they play.
Yeah.
Because he does play, like, I mean, I'm sure he's still like a macho man in that, but to be a bro and have more emotional side to it, that's great.
Yeah, super.
All right, well, I want to jump back into Discord.
Ooh.
Eugene Tan. These seem to be there's two questions, but they seem to kind of both be about Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we will talk about that. Let's with Brad Winterbaum revealed Daredevil Born Again team and Spider-Man Brand New Day team have communicated with each other. Does that show the second season of Daredevil Born Again will be set during the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day? Could this also leave door open for Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Charlie Cox's Daredevil meeting each other again in the future? And then also, do we think some of the characters from Spider-Man Brand New Day could appear in the Punisher special presentation? I think someone said that Daredevil Born Again events lead directly into Spider-Man Brand New Day. They have to connect in some way, shape, or form. I just think, like, Spider-Man's in New York City. Kingpin was the mayor. He did the no vigilante thing. Right, yeah. So it's like they have to connect it in some way, shape, or form. But I do believe we've heard now at this point that the events will connect. Yeah, Brad Winterbaum said that. I remember now. And I do think, I don't know how high of a percentage it is that this could happen, but I do think, yeah, some characters, probably specifically the villains, like you mentioned, Matt Gargan, Tombstone, especially the Daily Bugle, could totally appear in the Punisher special presentation. I think some could appear, maybe at like the end. Maybe Punisher puts some people in jail, and in jail they see, Scorpion there, Tombstone there, possibly something like that. Or they start to get into like the turf wars and stuff, which it sounds like that's going to happen. I actually think the Punisher could be dealing with some criminal organizations, and then in the beginning of Spider-Man Brand New Day, that's where we see Spider-Man take out a few villains of the criminal organizations. What do you think, Chris?
What's the exact release date for Brand New Day right now, or approximately close? I'm trying to remember.
July 18?
Yeah, so I think that...
No. That's
Brand new day release date.
July 31st. 18th is the is Doomsday. Doomsday.
So Daredevil Born Again is coming out March 4th, 2026. I think it makes a lot of sense that it's going to lead into it. The big question that I have, and it all comes back to, the relevance of it, because everything that's happening up until this point is almost irrelevant because we have the big reset coming for Doomsday.
Right.
But if Daredevil survives and Tom Holland survives, and they just go back to their little pocket of the new world, like let's say New York exists in the new world, which it will. Anything that they do here that remotely puts them together, I don't think Spider-Man will necessarily show up in Daredevil Born Again 2, but Daredevil might show up in the Brand New Day. Potentially, Punisher's definitely going to be there. Like, we're going to start getting some connections. So anything that thins that line between the two of them could mean in the next Spider-Man, if they both survive the reboot, which it seems like they will, then we're going to start getting... Because you have to also appreciate they're also thinking post Doomsday. Like, we're trying to... how does all this stuff fit before Secret Wars?
Yeah,
well,
they've
got plans post as well. They're already talking about Daredevil Born Again Season 3, which I've heard was greenlight. And, so we've got all this other stuff going on. They need a plan for that as well. So maybe we're thinning the lines between Daredevil and Spider-Man. They've met once. There can be a couple more references, things like that.
No Way Home. Yeah.
And, so down in the future post-Secret Wars, we need to be excited for something then, too. And that could be the Tom Holland Daredevil team-up we've been waiting for. I think more... Yeah, a lot of the same stuff's going to be happening because it is the exact same timeline. This is literally leading into Brand New Day, which will lead directly into Doomsday. But I think Disney's plan is to circle back and get Daredevil, maybe the Punisher,
I think so
Spider-Man,
too. Defenders, right? Because some of the Defenders
that street level storyline,
right? Yeah, I actually really like the direction they're taking it all.
Yeah, I think they're being cautious with it. They're not just throwing Spider-Man in there because they know we want it, which I'm proud of them for. Which sounds weird to say,
but they are giving us like. Yeah, but they're giving us like Jessica Jones in Daredevil season 2,
Yep.
I think ultimately it does lead to like a really big crime war.
Yeah.
And then the crime bosses are a part of the Sinister Six. Like,
and I think that's something that we want. But in the midst of Doomsday and Secret Wars and this massive MCU reboot and revival, it's hard to say,
it is hard.
Look at Daredevil and Spider-Man fighting these villains. Also, look out, here comes another planet to hit it's too much at one time.
That's the thing, man. Yeah.
So,
you gotta wonder what they're doing.
They tried really hard, and Disney, from the reports we heard, from what I understand, Disney tried really hard to make this Spider-Man movie as grounded as possible, and it just became impossible. It became a non-option because it's the only movie coming out before. And Sony got their wish. We remember way back when Sony wanted a big multiversal movie, and Disney's like, no, the people want grounded action and fighting and Daredevil and all this good stuff. That's what they want. And we got away from that. And it sounds like they still tried to keep it that way. Like the early montage of him fighting all these different... but realistically, the story's going to be a bigger picture.
I think we got a hybrid of it.
Yeah, I think Disney did their best.
Yeah, and it's like so weird. Like, we still don't know who Sadie Sink is playing, but now we've heard that she's going to appear in Avengers Secret Wars, which kind of, I think, backs up like the reports that Tom Holland's not going to be in Doomsday.
Well,
so maybe that's why Toby comes in.
Yes or no?
I mean,
gut instinct. Do you think we see Tom Holland or not in Doomsday?
I'm starting to feel like we're not. I'm starting to feel like we really
aren't. It seems so crazy to me.
It seems weird, but maybe that's why Toby's Spider-Man is... I mean, I think he should have been in it no matter what. I think Toby's Spider-Man should have a big role.
But I think his role bigger if Tom Holland's not there. He won't just be like a little supporting character. He'll be the Spider-Man of Secret Wars or of Doomsday.
Right, Doomsday. Right, yeah, exactly. So, but it just makes you wonder, well, one...
Where is he?
Is Sadie Sink a villain? Is she this multiversal villain like some insiders are claiming? I feel like I don't want her to be a villain. I really don't want her to be a villain. But at the same time, it's like, how does Spider-Man Brand New Day end? Do they get on a life raft somehow, and then they end up... That's why they're not in Doomsday?
What kind of character could Sadie Sink be that like literally kidnaps Spider-Man? Like how Clea kidnapped Doctor Strange. Not kidnap, but like, hey, we need to go in this portal and save the multiverse, and then they just disappear and they're off on their own side quest until Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Like, that could be an angle we haven't thought of, because we're all talking, Gwen and Mayday and all this, but maybe she's a completely different, some cosmic character that we haven't even looked at yet, and she cuts open a hole and they disappear in it, and Doctor Strange and Clea and Tom Holland and Sadie Sink are all going to meet up somewhere and connect back in Secret Wars. Like, I have no idea, but that's an option.
I think that's why some people were saying like Shathra, because Shathra is kind of a multiversal character. So it's like, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they can make her super cool, right? But I just feel like it would have been so much better to have her as Mayday, or
just do it that way,
or even like an actual Mary Jane.
Yeah,
like an actual MJ, right? Not a Michelle Jones, but like an actual MJ. I don't know. I just kind of don't want her to be the villain.
I don't want her to be the villain. I want to see her have a really prominent role moving forward. And
Me too.
I genuinely think, and people might not share my opinion on this, I think there needs to be a Parker. We're talking about the forward times. Several years from now, Tom Holland wants to pass the mantle to Miles Morales.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think Miles Morales can do really well. I think people like him. I think he's definitely grown into popularity and into the light since, his animated series came out. Gwen, all these characters, they can carry their own weight. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Mayday Parker should pick up the mantle of the Parkers and should exist in the MCU as that Spider-Man role.
I would like that.
And then you also have Miles Morales. You also have Gwen, and we have this little Spider-Man trio. But the role of Spider-Man doesn't get passed to Miles Morales. It gets passed to Mayday because she remains, and she's directly Tobey. So there's really cool connections to the past. She's got the Parker name. She's going to have the red Spider-Man suit. So I feel like that needs to be there. So for me personally, and this might not be a popular opinion, I would love to see her specifically play Mayday, not just because it would be a really cool moment, because it would be super emotional and fun to see that, but because she should take the mantle of Spider-Man from Tom when he's done, and then they should add Miles and Gwen and have a whole live-action Spider-Verse thing going. That's my thought on that. Curious what you guys think. But, I'm pretty aggressive in my belief that there should be a Parker.
Yeah, it's validated, I think. And I really want, top 3 for Sadie Sink to play. Mayday Parker is number 1 for me. And then Jean Grey and Gwen Stacy for me. A villain is not in that list for me.
No, I don't. I would not. I don't think that she's just got this innocent, sweet look to her.
That's the thing is I don't see her. I don't view her as a villain.
Right.
So,
and she could absolutely go out there and just do whatever she wants. She's a talented actress, but I would like to see her have a long-term role in the MCU that would probably end up being more like, a Phoenix Force or something like that.
Jean Grey
makes sense.
Would be
Jean
my 4th. Yeah, it is a big multiversal story, and she's Jean Grey. I
actually love the leaked plot leak or the story or the idea or the fan theory of Professor X sending her out to go learn about anchor beings. I think that would be a really cool way to get the multiverse story into the MCU. We could be doing the whole brand new day storyline, and it's just a completely normal story until she shows up and she's like, "Hi, I'm from the multiverse, and I've been sent here by a bald guy in a wheelchair who's going to die in 20 minutes to learn about you because you're an anchor being." And it's like, pause.
Whoa.
That'd be a really cool way to speed up the process of multiverse crap's about to go down. And
it would. Right, yeah.
So I think that would all be cool. But I think personally for me, wanting the name of Parker and that direct connection to Tobey, who's my Spider-Man growing up, to exist in the reboot, knowing Tom Holland might be done pretty soon here, and that's fine. We don't need a new Peter Parker. Let's just have a Mayday Parker. And a lady Spider-Man running around in the red iconic Spider-Man suit, doing her thing with Miles and Gwen on her side. That would be really, really, really cool trilogy moving forward.
I'd watch it.
Yeah,
I'd totally watch it.
And then she'll fight with a different person, and it'll be like Civil War, but back over again, and we'll just...
different, but still same.
Another one.
But different.
Yeah, Miles Morales and Mayday Parker are going to have a Civil War, and...
Oh my gosh.
Well,
that's funny.
Twisting out, swinging out of a little Marvel stuff, Warren, I brought something for show and tell.
Oh, okay. Is it your baby?
I have a show, and it's not my baby. I have a show and tell. So the neighborhood I live in does every 6 months they do a big community garage sale thing. So we went out, got my little stroller, because I have a baby now, walking down the street, and we're just looking at stuff. I've got $20. So we're buying some things. We're some Coca-Cola thing. But I found this, and it caught my interest, and I bought it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is a hurricane tracking chart.
Oh.
This was apparently how families used to track, and this is literally from a family that had tracked a hurricane that was coming. That's what these pins are here.
Yeah.
I looked it up after. I bought it for $3. It's worth $150.
Hey,
This
there
is
you
an
go.
actual original version, has the seal on it and everything. It's got a real wood frame. I put it into ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, tell me about this thing I've never heard of before. I bought it because it looked cool for $3. And it was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, you're a hero. And it's like, if I were to rate this find out of 100, you get a 97. This is the holographic Charizard of garage finds. And I was like, oh. So I was really excited.
Interesting.
About that. I
For
thought I was going to
the-
share my little hurricane map with everybody.
If there are audio listeners out there, it was a map of basically the southeast part of America, Florida,
Corkboard.
Panhandle, all that. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good find. Are you gonna sell it?
That's what ChatGPT was like, would you like me to write up an ad for you to get this on eBay and make some money? And I was like, no, I want it. I'm keeping it.
That's what I was like. I feel
I'll
like
put
you're
it up
gonna
on my
keep
wall, like right here.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, sorry, listeners. I wanted to do a show and tell. We never do a show and tell. All right, Warren, I've got another fun off the beaten pale segment for you. Now, obviously, this is random guessing. You can try your best to make it not random guessing. I've got 3 stocks for you. If in 2015 you put $15,000 into these stocks,
Okay.
how much do you think you would have today?
Oh gosh.
$15,000 into Disney 15 years ago.
Wait, 15 years ago or in
No,
2015?
15. Yeah, well, 15. Well, that's 15. Or no, 15 in 2015.
15 years.
I'm wrong. In 2015, not 10. Yeah, in 2015, if you put $15,000 into Disney, how much would you have today? So 10 years ago.
So how much would that 15,000 have grown into? Disney in 2015. Well, then there was the whole pandemic. Maybe like $23,000.
It's $50,000. $50,400 is what this would be if you had bought at approximately 10 years ago.
So it grew like $40,000.
Yeah, a lot.
No, that's pretty big. Yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah.
The next one I wrote down is Monster Energy.
Monster. Gosh, man.
This one's a bit of a ringer, I'll tell you that. This one was I actually read an article about this one a couple days ago. This was one of the like top 10 performing stocks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it would do like pretty well. I feel
It was like a
maybe
surprising one.
If you put in 15,000, I'm just gonna go and say like 100K.
$247,000.
Jeez, that is an insane
in 10
increase.
years.
Wow.
And who was
That's
putting
insane.
money into Monster Energy? There's a couple bros out there who had their hair down to here in 2015 who were like, we're going to put it all on Monster. And it just paid off.
Compounded interest, man. Yeah.
There was
I
a
mean,
couple
geez.
bros out there who just hit it really big with
That's
that one. Because nobody's
crazy.
like, I mean, how many financial advisors you're going to like put it all in Monster? That's where it needs
I
to
mean,
go.
I was a financial advisor for a while.
Did you put it all in Monster?
No.
And then the last one I have here is not a surprise, but the number might be Tesla.
See, originally I thought you were going to ask me what I thought were like the best stocks like that grew the most, and I immediately thought Tesla, but I think Tesla just went through the roof. If you put in I think it's more than Monster. I'm going to say 300K.
If you had put $15,000 into Tesla in 2015, you would have $2,542,000.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
From $15,000. That compounding is insane.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. It
I
really
mean, I
makes
was
me-
right. It was more than Monster.
Well, in 2015,
Jeez,
I had just graduated high school, so that's on me for not putting $15,000 into Tesla.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of one of my favorite memes of all time because I dabble, as you do, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers do. Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys have Robinhood accounts, and you put your little money in there, or you buy some VU or some stocks or some Bitcoin or whatever. So I read a lot of different articles. But one of my favorite memes is whenever the stock market crashes, it's always like people yelling, buy the dips, buy the dips. And then there's a picture of Anakin when he's yelling, I hate you, just with that angry face. And he's just yelling, with what? Like, what am I supposed to buy the dips with?
Can you give me the money, please?
Yeah, another donation in the comments section down below. We're going to buy Warner Brothers. And I need to put money in to Monster Energy, apparently. But yeah, no, I thought that was super interesting.
The Monster one came out of left field for me.
Though it is a bit of a ringer one, and I was reading an article like, this is where you should have put your money, and it's not where you think. I think Netflix was one of those as well that had like a crazy turn. Nvidia, obviously, which is one of the biggest performers through AI.
Yeah, Nvidia. Yeah.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda, and then Bitcoin. If I knew anything about Bitcoin in 2015, I would have put every quarter I found into it. But hey, hindsight, right? I mean, it's the whole
Bitcoin is crazy.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, that stuff's crazy.
The second I finally decide, hey, I'm going to go all in on Bitcoin, is the day it'll have reached its peak and never go back past it, which is why I've never done it. But
right. Yeah. I mean,
every time I say that, though, it goes up another 50,000.
Because a lot of people really do, a lot of like analysts and stuff like that really do think like cryptocurrency is going to be like the future. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's been around for a really long time now.
You've got some big dogs who are absolutely terrified of it. And then you've got some people who are like, no, this is there's going to come a time where economies are going to collapse, and this is what people are going to go based off of. And it's like, I don't know. It's all pretty wild. And this is by no means investment advice, except for Monster.
And not sponsored.
Go invest in Monster. This is just something I'm personally interested in, and I thought it would be a fun conversation on the podcast. And this is obviously at the heart of the CVA. A ripoff of TVA is Marvel and movie content, but Warren and I have a lot of pop culture interests. We play video games, we read books, we invest. So we're definitely trying to expand a little bit and talk about all those things as well. So
probably throwing some music in there every now and then.
Sports. Drop some of your guys' interests in the comment section down below. We'd love to do a little research on them. Join the Discord. Even more than that. Yeah. Do it in the comment section, but join the Discord. That's something that we wanted to hit on pretty big. We did a couple entries, but the more of you guys that go down and join the Discord, you can ask your Marvel questions, but you can ask about anything. And if I don't know, guess what? I'll do some research. And definitely a fun way to get people included and get your hobbies and passions included as well in the CVA podcast. And now I'm a dad, so ask me dad questions too.
Well,
the answer
all right.
will be ask your mother.
Oh, no. Well, episode 10. Thanks for stopping by today. Episode 11 will drop next week. Peace.